without distraction. But if any man may think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age, and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not. Let them marry. He didn't say let them fornicate. He didn't say let them shag. He didn't say no, he said let them marry. And this was those that have, we don't have servants or virgins in our house that serve us, and then we eventually get to the point where they pass their time of flowering and then we want to marry. That's not the way it happens. Not in today's society. That person could be living someplace else. So, if it so be, he said, because of the present situation, he said, you're not committing a sin. It's not a problem. Go ahead on and marry. You're not doing any problem. Just understand that covenant, that when you marry, now it's going to be the two of you, and you're going to have to do some things of the word in order to keep that marriage going and flowing. You have to do some things. So he said, that's it. 37. Nevertheless, he that standeth steadfast in his heart, having no necessity, but has power over his own will, and has so decreed in his heart that he will keep his virgin, doeth well. So he says, that's okay. I don't have any need. I'm not moved by that. I don't need to be under covenant. I'm not going to commit fornication. That's all right. She married somebody else if she wants to. She's free. I don't need to be married. That's what Nick was talking about earlier. There are some people that's meant to be married and some that's not. They know who they are. Jesus said in Matthew 19, not everybody can receive this. You know who you are. You know what status and what situation you in. You know you. So if you can hang, your will is okay, you don't have a problem, then be it unto you. Just continue to dedicate yourself unto the Lord. So then that he that giveth her in marriage does well, and he that giveth her not in marriage doeth well, doeth better. The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in the Lord. Let me read that again. The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband lives. But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in the Lord. Wow. 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 The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband lives. But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in the Lord. Why did he tag on that last little sentence? Why would that be pertinent? If her and her husband are Christians, and her husband dies, she's free to marry anybody she wants to. But why did Paul want to keep it in the Lord? The Bible tells us, be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. you are asking for trouble from the beginning. Remember, we already read that in the first part of this. How do you know, old man, that you can save your wife? How do you know, woman, that you can save your husband? You don't. So you could be entering into something from the beginning that could be trouble. But if both are supposed to be saved, then both should be pushing in the same direction. Encouraging each other in Christ, reading the Word together, praying together, Bible study together, should be pushing each other up in the things of the Lord. Should be exalting one another. So if one dies, why would I want to go and be with somebody that's not in the Lord? That's not going to do that. So that's why Paul put that little statement there. Only in the Lord. It was like a whisper. It was like he was saying, yeah, you're free to marry. Yeah, you're not bound by the law anymore. You're okay. Only in the Lord. Keep it there because it's good for you. Because they're going to keep you encouraged. Both of you will be going the same direction. Both of you are growing in Christ. Greatest thing you could do. But if the person is unsaved, how do you know? You're inheriting problems. You could be bringing stuff into there that is going to decimate you. But if you're both supposed to be saved, you'll know. You should be encouraging each other, strengthening each other in the things of the Lord, fellowshipping with one another, enjoying each other's presence, having a great opportunity with one another, because you're both saved. Because you both love the Lord. So that's why he said, only in the Lord. Because it's needful and necessary that you keep that relationship in the Lord. Verse 40 and final. But she is happier if she so abide after my judgment. And I think that I have the Spirit of God. That I think also that I have the Spirit of God. So he's talking about be best if she abide like me. Just don't marry at all. Now again, take the context. He's dealing with the present situation. He's not saying, men, if you're not married, don't marry. He's not saying, women, if you're not married, don't get married. No, because of the present situation. Take that context. Anybody else, free and able. It's up to you. You are free and you are able. Just be very, very prayerful. The Lord willing bless on next week, we're going to start looking at Proverbs 31, and then we're going to go to Ephesians 5. That should wrap us up with the marriage covenant. Understanding what marriage is all about. So we see what unmarried responsibilities, we see the responsibility of the married. It's also responsibility that we have. According to 1 Corinthians 7. Also responsibility. Now, we know what we're supposed to be doing. Let's walk in that covenant. Let's keep those things that God has spoken unto us, because it makes a difference of how we're going to do. So that Proverbs 31, that's going to be interesting, because we're going to see it from a different perspective. We've looked at it in a way in the past. It's really not true. We're going to see why. It's been explained and expounded to us in a way that's not true. And we're going to see why. So we're going to look at that. And then Ephesians 5, we're going to look at the man's awesome responsibility that they have as far as marriage is concerned. And what that man is supposed to be doing to his Proverbs 31 wife. Any questions and or comments?